Well, can you see yourself living in this tiny home? Living the simple life with low expenses, with low stress, maybe even living off the grid, living a natural life where you control your life, and this tiny home is the answer to many of your problems. If you believe that, you are probably a person that gets scammed off robocalls, because tiny homes are a scam. Why? Because you need a place to park them. And if you're going to live in the middle of nowhere, you're going to have no resources. And anyone that has any bit of money usually wants to live in an area, okay, where there's resources. And someone who's so desperate to live in a tiny home, they're going to be even more desperate when they're in the middle of nowhere and there's no economic opportunity.
Where do they sleep? God, they've got pets in here. Look how tiny these beds are. Oh my God, is that a third bed? So this is the master bedroom. What's under here? You're joking. There's more beds under there. Oh my God. What if there's 8 kids?
Whatever you do, do not buy a camper. I'm about to tell you why. If you guys are new, my name's Esther, I'm 22 and I live in this camper full time with my husband, and I'm about to take you along my crazy day because I literally almost got shit all over me. Anyways, here goes. I was about to run to the post office because we've been on vacation, I haven't checked the mail. Wouldn't you notice, as soon as I walk outside and I look at my door, there's bird poop. That's not even the worst of it. So I go to dump the tanks. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe I'm watching this video again because this is just disgusting. Like, this could have got all over me. I literally turned around and threw up. Pretty sure I never signed up for this, but yeah.
We ended up doing triple bunks for the boys, which I'm so glad we did. They're super awesome.
I told myself I wasn't gonna make any more RV videos, but are you kidding me? They're making it so hard. Those kids are sleeping in literal coffins.
We moved out of our apartment and got this stupid RV to do tiny living and save our money and stuff so we can buy a house and build a house on this land. And tiny living sucks.
What up, everybody? I am the Mademoiselle, and this is my channel. And as you guys can see by the title of today's video, we are going to be talking about voluntarily homeless people and tiny van life, tiny house living, all of that, all right? I haven't done an influencer illusions for a minute, okay? Because I've been stuck on, like, basically out on all these scammers and shit. So let's reel it back, all right? Let's talk about this shit right here, because y'all, I feel like this is a very, very important topic, right? So I live in Jersey, and basically they announced that they're going to start arresting or fining people who are homeless. This caused a lot of outrage for a lot of people, because it was like, you know, obviously people who are homeless can't help the fact that they're homeless. However, a lot of people probably have the opposite opinion, where they're like, well, you know, get a job, do this, do that, find shelter. There's shelters out there. Now, I'm gonna say straight up, right? Like, I have volunteered at homeless shelters, soup kitchens, all types of shit. And I will say it's a very interesting place to be, because although you are there to volunteer and help the people, there are people that go that just don't want the help, whether it's due to pride or any other reason. I will say that for the people that are like, oh, well, they need to get their lives together, like, I absolutely understand that. But there are some people out there that genuinely are homeless and genuinely have ended up in a horrible situation, either due to health, DV, environment, such as natural disasters, and most importantly, the economy, okay? The economy has tanked recently. We've had a few tanks, all right? So I feel like it is extremely insensitive to be like, well, they need to get a job, But I understand, you know, why a lot of people would say that, because because I mean, we are in 2024 and there are a lot of ways to get a career, get a job, get your money, whatever the case may be. So let me just say right now, before I even get to the rest of this video, let me just say straight up, we are not talking about people who are legitimately homeless, who need to be in situations where they have to live in alternative housing, have to live on the street, whatever the case may be. Because I feel like a lot of people go click on this video and they go, shut the fuck up. Okay, shut up. That's not what we're talking about, all right? We are going to be talking about people who are voluntarily homeless, people who are begging on social media. Better yet, that is a whole nother video, okay? The cyber begging, the cyber pandering, that's probably a whole nother video, but we're just gonna touch on that briefly on this. And then we're gonna talk about the illusion of tiny living and people who basically are out here trying to convince you to leave your comfortable homes, apartments, and what have you to basically live with no toilet, no running water, and yeah, like I said, we gonna get into it. So you guys, I'm sure you guys noticed that we got a different background going. I did just move. I ain't got shit up. I am studying to be a teacher while working as a teacher. Shout outs to those of us that is educators out here. I'm still gonna be a full-time YouTuber, don't worry. But I'm also on a break, so if you see me not interacting, not answering so much, that is why. When I come back in September, we're gonna be back full force, baby. So let me just start off by saying a lot of people are gonna be very upset about what the fuck I gotta say in this video, but I genuinely don't care. Because I said what I said, I meant what I said, and I'm gonna say it again. Someone needs to call these people out. It is absolutely wicked to me that people are getting away with literally showing off this lifestyle that is not 100% viable for a majority of people, and people are out here leaping into these lifestyles not understanding exactly what they're getting themselves into. So we're gonna be here for a little while. Get your tea, get your snacks, get everything you need. Let's get into the influencer illusion.
I specifically remember a moment 4 years ago when I was coming home from my office job, my 9-to-5 corporate marketing job. And I was walking home to my apartment. It was already dark. I had to decide if I wanted to go to the gym, if I wanted to go home and shower, what I wanted to make for dinner, and also had to get to bed so I wouldn't be too tired to do it all again tomorrow. And in that moment, I was like, there is no way this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 40 years of my life. Now this is my home. My neighborhood is a desert where the closest neighbor is about a mile away. There is nobody around me for miles. I am working right here. My 2 little cats are sitting at the couch with me, and my partner is outside filming a drum cover in the middle of the desert. No neighbors. My entire apartment is gone, and this is my new house. I live in about 80 square feet with my partner and our 2 cats, and I work for myself. I never thought that this would be my life.
I bet you didn't know you could fit 3 separate bedrooms in a moving vehicle. Welcome to our family dream home on wheels. Starting off strong, we have this convertible front office space where I teach classes on the road. Staying in the driver area, we have our drop-down secret guest bed that sits just above the captain's chairs. And no, this actually does not count as one of our 3 bedrooms. Moving back into the kitchen, we have our family eating area that converts into another bed and still isn't one of the 3 bedrooms. Let's hear some commotion for all this under the bench pantry and appliance storage. Our beautifully renovated kitchen comes equipped with all the necessities, including my favorite, the pop-up counter. In the middle of the house, you'll find the separate shower and powder room, which can close off to become one large bathroom. Okay, now we're talking bedrooms. Check out our closet hidden behind the TV. On the other side is officially bedroom number 1, our baby's nursery, her fits and all her toys. We can't forget our secret storage where we keep our seasonal gear. Moving on up to our second floor and bedroom number 2, our son has it all, including 6 cabinets of storage, a twin bed, and a car rug. Back downstairs and further into our home is the main event, bedroom number 3. We completely renovated and designed this old RV garage area to become the bedroom of our dreams. We even made room for our solar-powered ice, coffee, and cold water needs. But the real finale is our balcony/puppy hangout. Be free!
Unfiltered reality of living in an RV or really any tiny home or tiny space. The majority of pictures and videos that you see online of van life, RV life, or really any tiny home is when it's perfectly cleaned and perfectly staged. But actually living in a small space full time is a completely different story. Things tend to clutter quickly and look a bit messier than they actually are because the space is so small. My husband and I live in our RV full-time with 2 rabbits that make quite the mess, and I'm also 39 weeks pregnant, so baby will be making messes here soon too. Tiny living is so beautiful, but let's paint a more accurate picture of it.
Someone crashed into our home because apparently he put his vehicle on park and then it rolled down a slant and hit our slide out and smashed into our RV. Here is the latest update. So the shop that it's going to and the dealership said take out anything that you find that's valuable. And I kind of find this really funny because I'm sure they meant like only take like a little bit because like what do you really find valuable? But because I live in an RV, everything that we have, I can't afford to have anything that I don't find valuable.
Reasons that you don't want to live tiny despite what the Instagrammers are showing you. Starting off with the cutest reason of them all, this is my toilet. It's basically a glorified bucket because it's a composting toilet. In the winter, you can't move your trailer or whatever you have to empty out the black tank, which is the waste tank. So that's what we have. It makes you deal with your own shit. It's really fucking humbling. And reason 2, it's fucking cold in the winter. And if you're like me and my partner, we didn't prepare our first winter. So we broke 2 water heaters. They bust like soda cans. We spent lots of time in the back bedroom, like with a little space heater, like praying for spring. So prepare. And if you're living tiny with a partner, you better really like them because I'm about to show you all the space from where I'm sitting on the couch. Here's my whole house from one end to the other.
Live in a truck, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
Yeah, bro, until it fucking rains.
Do you know how hard it is living in this little miniature 6-foot box when it's pissing down rain and your kitchen is outside? I do have my tarp set up though, which is sick. It covers the whole tailgate. But you see, I have been procrastinating resealing my canopy because it's summertime and now it's pouring rain and this thing is leaking like a sieve. Exhibit A, my window is leaking right under here and everything is just soaked. My roof racks are also leaking here because I need to put silicone on them, so this whole corner is wet. Anytime I open my canopy without the tarp up, it all just like pours onto the end of my bed. It is really fun living in a truck, but my god, just seal your fucking canopy before you move in full time.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
I signed the contract, started, going through the process of designing the home, and I had no idea what I was getting myself into in terms of finding a parking spot. I was putting postings on Kijiji, on Facebook Marketplace, joining a bunch of Facebook groups, basically telling everybody I knew, all of my friends and family, to spread the word for me. And I pursued a lot of different parking spots that fell through because the planning division didn't approve it, because the landowner changed their mind. So I really lucked out at the last minute. I think a month before the house was due to be delivered, I found this spot, which is a campground / trailer park. So there's a lot of, trailers here and other forms of mobile homes. I do wish I had explored and investigated park model trailer homes before I just dove right into tiny houses.
All right, Camp Hawks, we just arrived at a Harvest Host location.
I have no idea where the main is.
And that cabinet pantry door came open on these wonderful South Carolina highway. And we got stuff all over the floor. We got to get it out before we put the slide out. So this is going to be a challenge.
So when I give my talk and I say to people, this is what I want to say, F this is what I'm talking about. I need to take a minute because I'm getting ready to get sick.
Do what, babe? There we go. I-95. South Carolina. Unbelievable.
So what really prompted me to make this video is, one, I have been homeless before. If you guys have watched me literally since like before this channel blew up, before I had so many channels, I did speak about being homeless before, my parents not paying bills, all types of stuff. So this is a very, very sensitive topic for me, but it's also just very interesting how people are glorifying being homeless when there's people out there that are able-bodied, can work, and do have the resources to not do the bullshit that they're fucking doing. And then in addition to that, they're sitting there and they're pandering and begging on the internet like it's their full-time job instead of getting a full-time job. Now, as someone who is a full-time influencer and is now a full-time educator and does a whole bunch of other shit, okay, I'm a Zumba instructor, I do a lot, right? I have multiple streams of income, but I had to build all of that, okay? I went to school, I have the experience, I worked for free doing internships, like I did a lot to get to where I am, but the only reason I developed that mindset was going through all the struggle that I went through. And I understand not everybody has that determination and that grit, right? But I'm just gonna say straight out, like as an influencer, it is kind of weird seeing people like beg on the internet when they can go to work. And then on top of that, it's very strange seeing people like voluntarily choose not only not to work or to work minimal hours, but to live on the street, live in tents, live in very uncomfortable situations simply because they don't want to adhere to rules or they don't want to pay bills.
I'm homeless and don't feel bad for me. You know why? Because I chose this shit. I fought for this shit. I fought against the rules that my dad gave me. I fought against the rules of my girlfriend's parents. That's why I'm the fuck out here. Don't feel bad for me. Be inspired because I'm a fighter. I fight for the life that I want. I fight for the things that I want out of life. Okay? I don't let anybody get in my way and their perspective on me and how they feel about me. I don't let that sway nothing. You don't like how I move? Okay, I'll live outside in the tent, in the heat, in the cold, in the freezing cold, in the blazing heat. I'm a fighter. I will push through to get the life and get the things I want out of life because you only get one life. You only get one, and because I'm a fighter, I can't wait till I'm at rest.
So first we're gonna go into this loser right here, okay? I know a lot of you guys have seen this video. Y'all seen this macaque, okay? Y'all seen this man talking about how essentially he is doing things his own way. He don't need this, he don't need that, and we're jealous. You ain't see it? Get your tea, get your snacks.
We not getting a job. It sound like y'all jealous because we found a way to make it work without a job, and you still gotta work a 9 to 5, pushing 40 hours plus a week.
So let me say this, nobody voluntarily wants to live in a tent, okay? So I don't believe that anybody is jealous of you and your girlfriend living in a tent, especially in the elements.
I'm never getting a 9 to 5, ever. This 9 to 5 shit would slow down my entire process. It would make it where it's like, I have to go to work while I'm homeless, living in a tent. I gotta go use my energy to get to work. I don't have a car, so I have to ride my bike there or get an Uber, spend money, okay? And that's time, 8 hours a day, time. That's 8 hours of your day gone. And you come back, you're tired, and you're homeless in a tent. That's a lot. You know how much money I'm making working at a job? Like, compared to content creation, TikTok and YouTube, I'm never getting a job. For me to think like that is like going backwards. I'm retrogressing. We need people that work jobs. That's not me. I'm not doing that. I'm a CEO type of person. I'm a businessman. I want to run my own world, run my own business, do my own thing. I call the shots, not someone else. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of times I think about getting a job, like, oh, I might have to get a job again one day because my videos might not do so well. Man, my videos are going to do amazing and they're going to get better because I'm going to keep studying. I just got finished studying Mr. Beast too. That man put me on. I am never getting a 9 to 5.
Out here in the woods, yo! Woo! Look at this. Look at this. This is fire. Living out here is fire. Look at this. Uncomfortable? No, not even close. Comfortable with being uncomfortable. Let's say it again. Comfortable with being uncomfortable. Comfortable with being uncomfortable. So I'm not even uncomfortable. You can never be uncomfortable if you're comfortable with being uncomfortable. Do you understand?
And I'm gonna fight! You only get one fucking life, dog! Live the life you wanna fucking live! You only get one fucking life! I don't give a fuck! Push! 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 Figure that shit out, dog! You got legs, you got arms, you got got a brain, you got money. Figure that shit out. Figure that shit out, yo. And stop fucking bitching, dog. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not bitching, I'm not complaining about shit. I chose this shit. I knew what the fuck I was getting into. My dad said you're going to get on the fucking streets. Okay, Brianna's parents said you can't come here. They said that you can't live here. So I'm going to have to stay outside unless I go follow what they want me to fucking do. I don't want to follow nobody's rules. What the fuck? I follow my own rules. I do what I want to do out of my life. And I ain't going to hurt nobody. Grew up listening to Eminem. Grew up watching Dragon Ball Z. Grew up watching Marvel Avengers. Iron Man 1 came out. That's my fucking movie. Captain America. Fight for what you want. I'm gonna do what I believe in. I'm gonna stand up for what I believe in. I don't give a fuck about what y'all think.
Y'all, this man deserves an entire video, but I'm not going to do it because I have better things to do. However, I do have videos linked down below on people specifically talking about this man. Because when I'm telling you, the saga is a saga. He went viral for living in a storage unit. He went viral for living in a tent. Then he went viral because he had a job and then he was taking the food that they were telling him to throw out home and then he put it on TikTok. Of course, they're gonna, come on now. Don't put the shit on the internet. If you're gonna do something that your job told you not to do, don't put it on the internet. But again, you know, he tried to create a whole sympathy arc. Like, listen, your job says throw it out, throw it out. If you're gonna take it, but don't sit there and record your fucking crimes. Okay, if you're gonna do something wrong, do it right. But essentially, he had a girlfriend. I'm not even sure. By the time I'm filming this, she probably went back. The way y'all women be set up, y'all be making us look all types of goofy. But anyways, he had a girlfriend and basically he had her, you know, and him living in a tent and they was out here romanticizing homelessness. Like literally sitting here like, yeah, 2 years homeless. Well, homelessness did to us. The shit is just crazy. Okay, it's crazy. Like I'm telling y'all, when y'all go down that rabbit hole, you're going to have a headache. All right, you're going to have a headache. Like it's absolutely wicked. I'm sorry to break it to you, but you're a fucking adult. We all gotta pay bills. We all have to pay our way. We all have to pay taxes. You don't like it, move to another fucking country. This is America. And a lot of countries are very similar. And if it's not the taxes, it's something else. All right. Okay. It's just, it kind of like, I don't know how to feel about it. Like comment down below if you ever been homeless or you ever faced any type of like housing adversity. Just, I want to know how you guys feel about it because I feel like as someone who didn't have a choice when they was in high school because like, you know, my parents was doing fuck shit and then I moved out because they were still doing fuck shit. It's just like, people are choosing to live in the fucking street and then they're begging other people for their hard-earned money. It is the nerve, gall, audacity.
So this girl needs $4,000 by next month so she can move into her new apartment. So how is she going to get the money? TikTok roses from live. Watch.
So I need to come up with $4,000 by April 20th in order to secure a cheaper apartment that I'm looking into. They want $250 per cat for a pet deposit. Why do I have 3 cats? $120 for the application fee already. I saw someone else do this on TikTok with their student debt. She went live and everybody donated roses and she was able to pay off $20,000 in student debt.
Jeez.
I think 1 rose counts as $1, so if I get 4,000 roses, I can move into my apartment. That is more affordable. Do I think this is gonna work? Absolutely not. But am I going to try it? Yeah, because I'm out of ideas.
Now, one would think that this wouldn't work, right? Wrong, this actually did work. This was me just looking at her live recently, and she is getting showered with roses left and right. Now, what makes that even more impressive is the fact that she posted that video yesterday, and already it has over 24 million views and over 1.2 million likes. So I had a good feeling that she was going to get roses, but I don't think anybody saw this coming. And I really think she started a movement on TikTok, because now we see other people on TikTok doing the exact same thing. This might be the NPC trend of 2024. But of course, this trend does come with criticisms. People are saying this is a form of cyberbegging. Others are also wondering why we should pay this stranger money when we ourselves cannot afford to do anything ourselves.
Yeah, because I've been on here for 25, 30 minutes now. I've been saying the same thing on how much I need and ain't nobody saying nothing. I'm really getting tired though, no shade. I really am.
We need, if I could get 800, then I can finagle the rest. Like
okay, niggas really came through with some food, woo 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 woo, niggas was hitting the goal and woo woo, like and that has it be.
If you could be on live for 8 hours a day begging for money, you can get your ass up and go to a temp agency, put in an application. You could go find a work from home where they send the equipment to you. I'm so tired of scrolling down my For You page and all I see is people begging and begging and begging. And it's the same regulars. It's the same people. It's like no matter if you block them or what, they're still going to pop up on your For You page. Everybody's struggling. Everybody's going through it, especially us Americans, okay? I just came from California. You know how much they're paying in gas? They're paying like $7 for regular. I've seen it with my own eyes. And you're asking those people for money? They're going through it too. Everybody has the same responsibilities that you do. Everybody got kids. Everybody got car payments. Everybody got rent, mortgage, house. Like everybody has it. Everybody. And I understand if you're going through an extenuating circumstance. I completely understand that. But this is your livelihood. Begging on TikTok is your livelihood. And I can't stand them creators that be like, our content, I just want people to support our content. You don't have content. Your content is you begging. Begging for money is not content. Make me laugh. Teach me something. Do a TikTok dance. Do a makeup tutorial. Do something. But constantly yelling at people. And then that's another thing too. They be cursing people out, calling people broke, telling people they crazy because people are expecting them to explain why they need the money, as they should. If you're asking for money from people, people are entitled to figure out as to why.
And then it brought me to, oh my God, tiny homes. Why do you ask? Like, how does that connect in your mind? Specifically because the people that are begging on the internet, the people that actually need somewhere to live, should more than likely be investing or trying to get into a tiny home. But the illusion that they like basically try to sell when it comes to tiny living is that it's cheaper and whatever. And yeah, it's cheaper than owning a traditional home or renting to an extent, but you still have to pay for things here and there that you would have never thought about. And also just the initial cost of having a tiny house just doesn't make sense. So it's crazy because they try to market it as the better way to live. And you know, if you do it, you'll save money. But it's like the people who go into these lifestyles are more than privileged. They have the money for, you know, buying $8,000, $10,000, whatever, tiny houses, and then upgrading them later, or buying an $8,000 schoolie or a used RV for $10,000, whatever the case may be. But it's like, I don't think people understand there's an upfront cost to all of this, that most people who really need to be in these situations, like who really do need to be in tiny houses, would more than likely not be able to purchase. And I know there might be some people that are like, well, if you could do it, why not? You know, like when it comes to the people that are wealthy, but it's just like, it's weird. It just kind of gives like capitalizing off of being able to live in a way that, you know, you don't have to live, that, you know, some people would die to live because that's what they need to do. Meanwhile, you're basically monopolizing it and just doing it because you can, and then trying to glorify that lifestyle knowing there's way more to it. Y'all don't even tell the truth about the struggles that people actually go through when going through this lifestyle. Now, on my free time, I enjoy watching tiny home builds. I absolutely love the idea of tiny homes, schoolies, people living, you know, small or whatever. I think it's phenomenal that some people could live like that because I can never. Literally, my closet would take up the entire tiny house. And I'm not really proud of that because I literally am downsizing every couple of months. Like every couple of months, I'm taking clothes, I'm donating it to wherever or whoever, I'm giving it to my family in Haiti because it's just like, Jesus Christ, like, why do I have so many clothes and I don't even wear them, you know? But it's like, I'm fascinated by it. And shout outs to those of you guys who actually are down for that lifestyle, care about that lifestyle, care about the environment, to live off grid and actually do something good for yourselves. And most importantly, have the money to do it. Because what I realized about this whole tiny living thing, because like I said, I be in this shit. I've watched any tiny living video. I guarantee you I watched it, okay? What I find interesting is how a lot of them are quitting. A lot of them are quitting. Why? Because tiny living is not as cheap as you think it is, okay? A lot of people are like, oh, well, instead of buying a $500,000 house, I got this $30,000 tiny home. It's all fun and games till one, you gotta pay for somewhere to put this tiny home. Two, you ain't got no damn toilet. Three, you gotta pay to hook up to someone's water sewage system. Four, yo, when I'm saying it's so much shit that is involved in the tiny home. At that point, you might as well just live in a regular house where you can flush your toilet and lay your bed and not hit your head on that damn loft bed. Like, let's be fucking for real.
Some people in the comments are like, oh my gosh, you can't even stand up in that thing. As if people sleep standing up.
we didn't really hear anybody talking about like the financial side of like what it's like to live in a tiny house. So if you're new here, my wife and I just moved our tiny house from Oregon to Texas. When we got here, we had to have an inspector come in the house for 5 minutes, paid him $100 in cash for him to say that our windows in the bedroom do not meet the regulation of like this county or whatever. Essentially, they need to be extended by a couple inches so that we can jump out of them if we need to. We did not think that we were going to have to make any physical changes to the tiny house within 30 days of being here, so that's annoying. But you want to know how much they quoted us? For one window, which is irrelevant because we need to get 2 of them done. But for one window, it's $3,900, and for 2, it's $6,400. So they gave us a little discount, right? But again, we just moved here like 29 days ago and dropped over $9,000 to be here. So to turn around less than a month later and find out that we need to spend another $6,400 is just...
Here is how much it cost me to build out my 2002 short school bus. I bought my bus for $8,000 off of Facebook Marketplace. My electrical setup, including my solar panels, alternator charger, and some help installing them, was $2,900. Plumbing system was $1,200. I spent $2,100 on appliances, $2,100 on wood and flooring, $600 on tools, and $900 on miscellaneous items. On the build, I spent an estimate total of $9,800, and on everything, a total of $17,800.
In 2014,
no sewer because we have composting toilets. No electrical needs because we have solar. No water needs because we have storage tanks, and we have a truck that comes around 3 times a week and fills your storage tank. So 0 impact to land except maybe grading it a little bit.
okay, so that was a video about a tiny house community that a company is thinking about building. And there are some really big red flags in this video, so I want to talk about them. First off-grid tiny house communities are very rare, and most cities and counties will not approve them because they want you to be permitted and hooked into their systems. So if they're saying it's completely off-grid, do your research. Number 2, filling up water tanks, 65-gallon water tanks 3 times a week to 50 or 60 homes with no septic system to drain them in means that 50 to 60 homes will be running off gray water, which has food particles, chemicals, body soaps, dish soaps, and whatever else people put down their drains because there's no way to regulate that. Health departments do not approve this type of stuff. Can you imagine that community would just be filled with water all the time? It would just be flooding everywhere. A composting toilet is great. I have no problems. I have a composting toilet. But a community with 50 to 60 people that have one composting area where everybody dumps their waste is not a safe and proper way to handle a compost toilet. It takes a year to 2 years for composting to break down. It's very regulated, and that is why most cities and counties do require septic systems for tiny house communities. The other thing is solar. Solar sounds great, beautiful, but this is a state that doesn't get a lot of sun, especially in the winter. And if you are new to solar, your batteries can run out really quick if you're not monitoring them properly, and you could potentially, in inclement weather, have a whole community of people that do not have power. So please, if you're looking for a tiny house community, you really need to be aware of what your laws in your area are and what red flags to look for when somebody starts talking about a tiny house community. The other thing is, if these communities are not permitted and you move your home in there, you could potentially be evicted and have nowhere to go. You could also face fines from the health department for dumping off gray water and your composting toilet on the properties. So please be careful, people. Thanks.
I feel like a lot of these people are trying to sell a dream, and they're really just getting these tiny houses and living in vans and living in their car or whatever the case may be to sell the idea that, oh, look at me, I'm better, I'm this, I'm that, and you know, this is what I was able to do. And they're not really telling people the real expenses, the real hardships, and they got people out here doing this shit thinking that they could do it. You know how many people I came across talk about stuff, oh yeah, I went tiny, or I started living in my house, or I started living in a tent, because I seen people doing it and it's definitely cheaper, But then when they really get into it, they're like, damn, where am I gonna shower? Okay, nope, now I gotta get a gym membership just to shower. Oh damn, where am I gonna park my car? Damn, I can't park here, I got a ticket. It's so much shit that's involved, and I can't stand it. And a lot of these people I know for a fact are just doing this lifestyle just to become influencers. I'm gonna start this journey and I'm gonna become an influencer. I'm gonna document my experience, and there's nothing wrong with that, but there is a lot wrong with that, because at that point you are disturbing the community's ecosystem, wherever it is that you are. Now I understand a lot of places do allow tiny homes, however they have to be in specific places, they have to be a specific, height, width, whatever the case may be. But for a lot of these people, a lot of y'all are really out here living in your cars, parking in business parking lots. A lot of you guys are living in your car, not wanting to work, not wanting to do anything, and you're literally parking your car in unauthorized locations. You get your tiny houses, your school builds, whatever the case may be, and you're just parking them wherever. Literally you are showering in the gym, you're cooking your food any and everywhere, and you're literally causing an inconvenience to people. Now again, like I said in the beginning of this video, we're not talking about people who are genuinely homeless and genuinely don't have a choice. Okay, I've known, I've been that person that genuinely didn't have a choice. And that's completely different from sitting here being voluntarily homeless, begging on the internet, clowning people, talking shit about how niggas is jealous of you because you voluntarily homeless, and genuinely making people uncomfortable in your neighborhood by parking or placing yourself any which way.
Y'all, I've been editing this video for over a week because there's just so much to cover. But let us not forget that they have animals living in this, okay, in addition to their children a lot of the time. And then let's not forget the safety aspect of it all. Not too many creators actually cover how dangerous it can be to live in an RV, a tiny home, a school bus, whatever case may be. There's a lot of things that happens to these people, and they just be sweeping it under the rug. Life is sweet. Oh yeah, I'm living off the grid. I got less bills than you. Your life is way too important to be playing with like that. I prefer my four walls. I'm sorry. I can enjoy something and point out the flaws in it and point out that there's something wrong with a lot of the things that the people in that community are doing. One thing about me, I'm always going to be objective, whether I like the content or not. And I will say, over the years, I've slowly stopped watching it because it just became really redundant. And then when I realized a lot of these people were lying, I was over it. And then the fact that a lot of them refuse to put their kids in school, bro. That whole unschooling shit really gets on my nerves. That's a whole video in itself.
Now, I will say I don't agree with, the government or whatever saying they're just going to fine these people and throw them in jail and all this extra shit, because it's I don't know what that does. They're fucking homeless. Where are you going to send a ticket to? And I'm not even trying to be funny. Seriously, where you going to send a ticket to? You going to send it to God and have him deliver in the dreams? Because I'm perplexed. Okay, don't set rêve. All right, in your dreams, do you think that you're basically going to ticket these homeless people and it's going to fucking do anything, right? I find it absolutely messed up, because there are people out here that really do need help, right? That really do need a tiny home, or whatever the case may be. There's people out here that are just doing it for aesthetics and doing it to be influencers and doing it to just get views and subscribers and beg for money on the internet. But what really bothers me more than that is the people that have kids and do this shit.
He has this table that we bought on Amazon. It's for breakfast in bed, and so his feet actually go under that.
I usually sleep on my side.
But really, he has this table that we bought on Amazon. It's for breakfast in bed, and so his feet actually go under that.
Jesse used to sleep on the futon couch in our living room, but Sean recently decided to build him a bed that stores above the couch and gets pulled down at nighttime when it's time for him to sleep on it. The bed rests on the arms of the couch and is extremely sturdy, even allowing for multiple people. In the morning, all we have to do is make the bed, lift it up, and put it back on its brackets.
I travel full time in this RV. Come check out where my brother and I sleep. Our bunk beds are right behind these doors.
Hold up, what's that in the back? Oh yes, the parents have a full bedroom whilst the kids live in a damn cupboard. Two of them in one cupboard. But to be fair, it's not like there's tons of wasted floor space elsewhere. Oh.
I always sleep in the trailer. This is where the little girls sleep. It used to be a table, but it converts into a bed. Here's the couch, and Noah's sleeping on it. Here's where Enoch sleeps. Here's Elijah. He has a top bunk. And down here are Pearl and Naomi. Here's where Josiah sleeps. This is where Moses sleeps. And this is where Mommy and Daddy sleep.
Why are you talking like it? Where is he?
Now, this probably, I was gonna make a dedicated video about this. Like, I was gonna separate the two topics, but I was like, nah, it kind of goes hand in hand, right? A lot of the people, like I said, that you see doing these tiny houses, living in vans, a lot of them are able-bodied. They can work. They just refuse to. They want to be influencers, sitting in their damn vans, creating content. And it's funny because a lot of people, I've seen a few people make videos about this, but they don't touch on this topic. A lot of these people don't fucking work. Did y'all ever realize a lot of these people don't work? Oh yeah, I'm a full-time content creator. How? You have like 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, you can be a full-time content creator with 1,000 subscribers. It's just extremely difficult and there's ways to navigate it. If you guys want to know more, make sure you schedule a consultation with my social media agency, Media Hustle. Everything you need is linked down below, shameless plug. But the point that I need y'all to understand is that a lot of these people are purposely doing this shit. Literally taking yourself out of the comfort of your own home to live outside. Literally to live in a van, to live in a tiny house. Basically, you're making yourself uncomfortable to get comfortable. Because after, I will say 3 to 5 years, a lot of these people quit. Oh, I couldn't do it anymore. I got an apartment, I got a house, I got a this. Oh, I'm in a hotel for a week because, you know, sometimes it's really tired living on the road. I thought you was true to this. You're not new to this. You thought you now realize it's hard to live on the fucking road. Give me a fucking break. People need to start calling these people out. Like, I'm very confused. Like, it really bothers me when I see these people making these videos, talk about stuff. I quit tiny house living. Oh, I quit living in my van. I quit, you know, you knew it was hard. You knew what the fuck you were going to have to go through. Or maybe you didn't, but the point is, a lot of y'all quit y'all jobs, wanted to live this hot girl life and just sit in a fucking van and drive it around and travel. That's how they disguise this. Oh, I want to travel. I want to live my life. I want to... Shut up! Like, everybody got to fucking work. Me sitting in front of this camera is work. Me going to school and teach these kids is work. Me literally teaching my Zumba class is work. We all got to work. It may not be the most enjoyable work to you, but find something enjoyable that you like to do and do that damn thing.
And to add to that, mind you, let somebody say they live in a mobile home, they're going to look down on them. But for whatever reason, tiny houses are glorified. It's almost the same thing. Child. All
right, stop sitting here trying to sell people lies, okay? And then most importantly, stop sitting here dragging your kids into this shit. It's the people with the damn kids for me. Like, they really be out here selling this shit to people and then they be having kids, okay? Traveling with their kids, homeschooling their kids on the road. And let me just say right now, right? It's absolutely wonderful that these kids get to see the world and they're not bound to traditional education. But this is going to be another video for another time. I can't stand the idea of unschooling. I don't like the idea of people homeschooling their kids, but not really homeschooling their kids, but just saying that they're homeschooling their kids just because they don't want the government on their back. I don't like the idea of people forcing their kids to basically sleep in fucking cubbies.
Oh my God. All right, don't tell the kids. This is real life in the RV with the triple bunks. Now, we got these privacy curtains, but you want to see what's behind the curtains? Nixon just had her birthday. And she just thinks if she closes this, she doesn't have to figure out where she's going to put all those birthday gifts. And Skylar is kind of the same.
Come check out the kids' bunk room. We finally finished and they got curtains.
Hey guys, this is my bunk bed. This is where I keep all my toys. This is my stash. Don't tell anyone. Decorate my room with the eat, sleep game. And these are my stuffed animals.
Bye.
Hi, this is my bunk bed. I love sleeping in it. I even have all my stuffed animals fitting in it.
Ooh, why did you pick the top bunk?
I think it's cool to sleep in it because I never really actually slept in one before. Do you see my bunk room? I painted it and I decorated it all by myself. I love to draw in my bedroom, so I keep all of my stuff back here.
You like your new curtain? Bye!
Hi! This is all my drawings in my bedroom.
You like your bedroom? Do you like sleeping in your bedroom with your siblings?
I wish this was only all our beds.
You wish you could all sleep together?
Yes.
Aww.
I literally feel like I just put my kids in the closet.
I love being trapped in a closet.
You love being trapped in a closet?
Look at this, I have a nightlight.
Okay, what's the consensus? Are we doing curtains on our bunks? Is that a thing that we're interested in?
Yes. Yeah, I want curtains, and I also want my own nightlight. I want to be in the closet.
Just our beds. Put a closet door right there. Maybe like.
So you want a smaller room. You would rather sleep in a closet.
Yes.
So let me get this straight, guys, just so we're clear. You would rather have a smaller bed, you would rather sleep in a closet and have curtains than the full room that you have right now?
Yes.
Sorry, y'all. I look so tired because I've been editing this video for a minute. But I know there's going to be some people who are like, oh, well, you know, these kids look like they're having fun. It's great. But, like, what you need to understand is kids only know what they're exposed to. If literally a majority of their lives they've been sleeping in fucking bookshelves, like, obviously something a little bigger than a bookshelf or a cubby or a coffin is going to be, you know, luxury for them. As an adult, I feel like it's extremely disrespectful, disheartening, and unnecessary to make your kids sleep in confined spaces so that you could live your dream of traveling on the road and doing all of this riffraff. Like, put these kids in a room, please.
If you guys didn't hear about the situation, y'all, this family channel, okay, got in some shit because people on TikTok was dragging them because essentially they had their 25 kids living in fucking coffins. Okay, now you guys are like, Ivana, 25 kids? I know it's not 25 kids, but if you have anything over 3, it's 25 kids, baby. How is this comfortable to the children? Like, and a lot of these people, that's the shit that makes me mad. A lot of them got the money to live different. A lot of them have the money to live in a real house, okay, with real plumbing and shit like that, but they sitting and they making their kids suffer. What kid wants to sleep in a closet? What kids want to sleep in a coffin? What kid wants to sleep in a cubby? I need to understand this because not many. A lot of kids want their own space, need their own space as they get older to grow. I feel like when they're younger, okay, you could probably get away with, you know, making them sleep in a bookcase. But it gets to a point where it's like, yo, when is enough enough? When that kid hits 12, 13, 14, 15, like, you really about to sit there and confine them to this little ass space? And I know the argument here is probably like, oh, well, you know, we're always outside and we're hiking and we're seeing the work. Yo, fuck you. Literally, fuck you. Because you guys are literally putting your kids in a position where they don't even have a fucking choice to have an opinion. All right? Who the fuck said these kids wanted to travel all over the world? Exactly. Like, y'all are the ones that are literally doing this for your own personal gain. Y'all want to be influencers so fucking bad. And it's so fucking annoying because you guys are literally selling a dream to people that does not exist. You guys are literally opening people up to a world that they are never going to fully know about until they actually get in there, because you're not telling the truth about the hardships. You are putting people in a very horrible, vulnerable state, to be quite honest with you. And it's absolutely insane to me that a lot of people have not been calling these people out. Although I love tiny house videos, okay? I love watching that type of content. I know that when I see kids, I'm gonna tell you right now, when I see kids, it grinds my gears, it makes my head hurt, and it starts to make me sick because it's like, why are these kids living under these conditions? And then when I see these people that I know damn well got the money, because they'll say it. That's the thing. I'm not assuming, y'all. And if you guys watch these videos, y'all know. Okay, a lot of me like, yeah, I quit my 6-figure job, or yeah, I work in this, I work in this. Like, how are you living in a fucking shoebox then? Like, and you know what? And some people really do have that choice, while some people are just doing it for the views. It's just absolutely ridiculous how they really out here selling y'all illusions, okay? Like, it's the illusion of it all. Like, why would someone want to live with no toilet, no running water unless they're hooked up to a water source, basically living in, y'all, child, a lot of these fucking tiny homes are the size of my office, which is wild to me. Like, and mind you, I'm fascinated by it because a lot of the houses look great, okay? A lot of them are nice. A lot of them are kind of livable. Who wants to go through all of that to do the basic shit, like washing clothes and taking a shit? Like, I don't have time for that. Like, I want to be able to get up and do, especially as somebody who is neurodivergent, okay, I have ADHD and all this other shit going on. I cannot deal with having to do extra steps to do certain shit because it's just not going to get done. You feel me? Like, so I really want a lot of you guys who are thinking about this type of lifestyle to think, okay? Go watch all of the videos that I've showed in this video or that are linked down below regarding people who said that they quit tiny house living, tiny van living, living in a tent, whatever case may be, because chances are you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You'll see the trend. I'm starting to live in my car. 2-3 years later, I got an apartment, blah, blah, blah. We couldn't do it anymore. And it's like, bro, y'all just did this shit to get the fame. Just say that shit. Just because it's, come on now. Who else buys a house and then a tiny house at that, buys a new dwelling and then automatically starts vlogging and documenting it? It's not a common occurrence, but they saw a couple people doing it, a couple people becoming successful at it. And they're like, oh yeah, I could do this too. No, you can't. That's why you quit. And that's why you're in a regular house with the rest of us, paying rent, paying a mortgage, taking a shit in that lovely toilet that can actually flush now.
And it's a family member's property, and we did not pay any rent. We just paid some of the electric bill. But we also helped maintain some of the property. Maybe we're not in it for the long haul, but 430, I want to say, square feet was just too small for 5 humans and a cat and a dog. And so while we love it and we loved living in it and we enjoyed our time here and it was a financial blessing to us, we just have to increase our living space.
To be quite honest, for the two of us, for Nick and I, stability isn't what we're looking for. And the real reason that we're quitting van life is that we are actually kind of bored. I just want to rewind and say that we've been living in this van for 2.5 years. That is longer than I have lived in any one home in my adult life. Van life can become kind of boring with the repetitive nature of daily routines within a small living space and chores, or van life chores, such as filling up water, doing laundry at a laundromat, finding a shower, loading up groceries more often because your fridge is so tiny. And other things like this, they do take a lot of time. Limited access to amenities such as showers can get tiring, and the lack of privacy and the constant need for upkeep and constant organization. I mean, it can all just become really tedious. And don't even get me started on trips to the mechanic. Okay, that's a whole other topic. I could make a whole video just on trips to the mechanic. And what was fun and exciting to learn for us at one point in time just simply isn't our dream anymore. And all of that brings me to the main reason why I think that people are quitting van life.
Everybody's quitting RV life, and that's what we want to talk about. So there's no doubt that if you are in that planning stage, that there's a lot of information to absorb. There's all these products being thrown at you that you're going to need. You're going to need the right rig. You're going to need the right travel membership. You're going to learn how to boondock. You've got all this stuff that goes on. And then once you get on the road, you're going to find, well, it's not as easy as everybody made it out to be.
No.
It's a lot of work. We've been through it all.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't have a strong mental aptitude for this stuff, well, it can really eat at you. Carrie has seen me lose my crap. What I'm about to share with you is probably not going to be popular. It's not going to make us any more friends to the YouTube community, but that's okay, because we're not in this but to make videos to embarrass our kids. So over the next segment, what we're going to do is we're going to tear the curtain back. Now, it's no secret that if you are in YouTube and you've had over 1,000 subscribers, you're making what's called ad revenue. Any channel's been around, and they'll gladly tell you about the best batteries you can buy that are lithium, the $20,000 solar arrays that you're going to need for boondocking. They'll sell you internet packages. They'll sell you pads underneath the pads that go on your stabilizers. They'll sell you everything. And they make an awful lot of money per video doing just that. Not only selling you on the RV lifestyle, but also selling you on the very products that you're going to need. Now, in fact, if you bought every product that they recommended, you would be overweight and you wouldn't be able to leave your driveway.
Okay, no matter how much these people try to sell you on a dream that you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to minimize your living room case, maybe live the life that you want because that's the life that you want. Don't let these people influence you into doing fucking bullshit, living uncomfortably, doing all this caca simply because it's what they're trying to push people into doing, okay? You will see that these people's description boxes are riddled, okay? Riddled with all types of affiliates, all types, and mind you, that's an influencer lifestyle, right? We all got affiliate codes or whatever down there, but a lot of them don't even disclose that they're affiliate codes, right? A lot of them are always trying to sell you something in every video. Before you jump into a new lifestyle, make sure you think, okay? Make sure you really, really think about it, all right? For those of you guys who are out here begging on the internet, pandering and shit, this part of the video is just for y'all. I can't stand when somebody comes up to me and they ask me for $1 and it's the same person that's been asking me for $1 since I was 15. I am now 29. There's absolutely no reason, okay? And I understand, like I said in the beginning of this video, and I've been there, I understand there's loads of adversity, loads of issues, but there's no fucking way. From the time that I was 15 to now, you still asking me for a fucking $1. I always give any homeless person money if they ask me for it and I have it. I really don't carry cash though. I genuinely don't. So if I do have cash, I will give it to them. But it gets to a point where it's like, this is a hustle. Okay, this is a hustle. And this probably might actually segue into another video, okay? There are people out here that make a living out of being homeless. And that's the main reason I mentioned that guy in the beginning, because it is apparently being said that he's not even really homeless, that all of this is a front. I feel like he actually is homeless, but a lot of people are saying that. But it genuinely makes you wonder, like those people that have been begging for $1 for literally the past 10, 20, 50 years, are you actually homeless? Do you actually go somewhere after this? You have to, because there's absolutely no way. Like there's absolutely no way you're making that much money. But y'all, a lot of them are making that much money. Some of them actually have houses, cars, lives, families, and everything outside of this. Some of them don't, can work, but choose not to. Some of them, let's just say, can make their situation better, but choose not to. They choose to beg for money on the street and now beg for money on the internet. The internet pandering is getting out of control, okay? This is why when it comes to GoFundMes, a lot of you guys will send me GoFundMes and I'm like, I can't do it. If I don't know you personally, I will not share a GoFundMe. I will not do it simply because I don't know who the fuck you are. I hate to say it that way, but I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't know what you're trying to do. Next thing you know, I get in some shit because I shared a GoFundMe. This person's a scammer, whatever the case may be. Like, dead ass, I do not have time for it, right? There's just way too many scams out there, way too many people out there that are doing things that they know damn well they shouldn't be doing, and basically taking other people's money when they know they can make their own. Again, like I said in the beginning of this video, this is not targeted towards people who are legitimately homeless and legitimately need help. But those of you guys out there who are able-bodied, who can do work, who can get off your lazy ass and get an apartment, get a house, whatever case may be, and choose not to, and you're choosing to live in uncomfortable situations, documenting it, making people feel bad for you, just say they could give you money, whatever case may be, y'all need to burn in hell, and I hope your fucking toilet falls apart, because it's barely a toilet anyway. With that being said, I want to hear your comments and your questions and whatever the case may be down below, because honestly, I feel like I went in, but I feel like I was nice about it. No. But I still do enjoy watching the tiny house living stuff. I mean, hey, it's a guilty pleasure. Some of you guys like ratchet television and it's ruining the Black community, but who's saying anything about that? That being said, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Hit the description box, check out my other channels, and I'm going to see y'all next time.